Welcome you all, dear students. We are from last 3 days. We are continuously talking about a poem, I Too, by Langston Hughes. Uh, I hope that it would be finished in this particular lecture because we have already covered uh, the few lines of this particular poem. So, without wasting time, I would like to switch over to the next slide. That's the text of the poem I Too. Uh, just to recap what we have discussed so far, I would say that this particular poem describes the social discrimination of the people, the racism, how the people were discriminated on the basis of uh, color, black and white, etc. How the people were exploited, the black people were exploited by the white people. We discussed it. It was the background of this particular poem. And in this particular poem, you know that the poet is an African American who is working in the house of uh, white people as a servant. So, in the first part of the poem, we saw when the relatives would come at the house of the owner, this particular person, a Negro boy, that uh, he was thrown away. He was sent to the kitchen, remember. Why? Because he was not allowed it to sit among the white people. And he would go in the kitchen to have or to eat, to take the food, remember. Now, he says that, but I laugh. This particular line says that it does not mean when he was thrown away, when he was not allowed to sit there, that it didn't pain him. Yes, the thing pained him. He was ruined. He was disturbed. But he says, but he laughs he laughs at the hypocrisy of the white people. He calls them as a hypocrite. He calls them that it was their fault, remember. But he says that I laugh and eat well. He would enjoy the food, though he is sent there, and he says that I grow strong. So we discussed all these things so far. Now I would like to read the next line. Tomorrow I will be at the table. It's very important, my students, this particular word tomorrow. Remember, one line consists of one sentence sometimes. One line consists of a single word. Sorry, somewhere. Here we have one single word tomorrow. Tomorrow doesn't mean that the next day. He is telling about the future. He is optimistic. He thinks positively. The poet is optimistic here, Ashavadi. He thinks positively and he has a hope that after some time the situation will be changed. Because everyone was trying to fight against to have a right. And he has a hope. He hopes. He thinks, he considers that the time will change and in the future I will sit at the table when they have people over for dinner. What would happen in tomorrow? Tomorrow means after few years, after many days, months, etc. In future, tomorrow stands for future. In future, in the course of time. So he says that the time will come that I would be seated at the table among the white people. When the company would come, when the friends, the relatives of the white people would come at the home, he also would sit among them to have the dinner at the table member. And so that's why he says in the future, I will sit at the table when they have people come, when the company comes. The company means the people, the friends, the relatives. When they would come there, he would not be thrown away. No one, again he says, nobody will dare, nobody will dare say to me, eat in the kitchen. What an optimistic person he is. He has a strong uh, belief in his mind, member. Now the poet has an anger over the discrimination. There is no doubt at all. He can't forget this kind of discrimination. That it did not happen only to the poet. It happened to each and every African American. He's just the poet is not single here. He is the representative of all Negroes. He is the representative of black people. He is not sharing only his experience here. He is sharing the experiences of all his brothers, black brothers, in this particular poem. He says that the time will come, he would sit at the table to have dinner among white people, and then now he is telling about the future. Nobody will dare say to me, nobody would command me, nobody would order me, nobody would send me away, nobody would send me go in the kitchen and have a lunch or the dinner or the food. Instead of sending me there, they would sit with me on the same table. That kind of confidence the poet has here. Nobody will dare say to me, eat in the kitchen. Nobody would send me, nobody would order me, nobody would command me to go in to go and to send me in the kitchen to have a lunch or dinner or the food. Instead of doing this, he hopes, he wishes that the white people would sit with me among the same table to have a dinner. The next line. Besides, besides, they will see how beautiful I am. It is a very important line, my and it's a heart-touching line for me, especially, my dear students. Besides, they will see how beautiful I am. The question may be raised in your minds now while uh, listening to me, while looking at this particular line. They will see how beautiful I am. You might have been thinking that what kind of beauty um, the black people have. They are black. Of course, I do agree they are black. But here, this particular line doesn't explain the physical beauty of the man, the Negro. The line indicates the beauty of their heart, the beauty of their mind. Outwardly, they are black, darker, there is no doubt, my students. I agree that they are black, they are darker, but it doesn't mean that crude, they are cruel, they are ugly. Though they are black in color, but the beauty lies in their heart, the beauty lies in their mind. And when the people would sit along with him, when the white people would sit with him, they would realize that we also are beautiful by heart. We also possesses the beauty. Outwardly we are black, but we also have beauty, and we also have are beautiful. They would realize definitely. So the poet is very optimistic, and being the optimistic poet, he has a hope that the time would come, the time would will change, where the last two lines, my students, we are at the end of the poem. Last two lines are remained. Though the poem is very short, but every word is meaningful. Every word has a meaning. Every sentence has a meaning. In the previous line, we saw the poet is expressing the wish that the white people would realize the beauty of the white black. Though outwardly they are black, but their hearts, their mind is very beautiful, and they would realize it. Not only they would realize, but the next line says, and be ashamed. They will feel guilty. They would feel guilty that they had done injustice with the black people, and be ashamed. Ashamed means feeling guilty. They would feel guilty that they had done discrimination on the basis of the color, racism. So the poet says that not only they would realize our beauty, but they would be ashamed. They would fail that they have committed sin. In fact, I'm deliberately using the word sin instead of ashamed. Yes, they had committed a sin. And here the poet is telling that they would realize our beauty, and they would feel that they have committed mistakes, they have committed sin. And when they would recall all these things, then they would be ashamed. Their minds would recall them again and again. And while remembering their sins, they would be ashamed. And the last line, I too am American. I also am American. I am also the brother of the country people. I am also the citizen of the country. I have the same love to the nation as other have. So I too am American, and I love my America too much. So with this optimistic uh, things, the poet finishes the poem here. I hope you might have been understood very well. I would like to stop here. We will continue the next unit in the next period. Thank you.